Okay, shout out for the culture. It's your boy Links, man. Links. Links. Shit, man.
I'm Young Havoc. This is for the culture. We got rims, we got orange, and hey, today the new Tupac movie just came out this week, and I've heard a lot of things about it, like a lot of different reviews where people been saying it's been good, people been saying it's bad. It's just nothing really has been consistent. So you seen the movie? Like, how do you feel about it?
I thought the movie was dope. Like, I thought it was as good as it could possibly be. A lot of people, like, I'm a filmmaker, so, like, I know what it takes to put together a film. And for them to be able to encapsulate somebody's entire life, especially somebody like Tupac, I thought they did the best that they could possibly do.
But what did, like, the flaws? Did he really have an iPhone 7?
I didn't see that part. I didn't see that part. I would have been surprised, man. They was using some lingo. They was using some words. That was like, yo, they wasn't saying that in, like, they wasn't talking like that in the 90s.
So you seen people dabbing in the background of the Tupac video?
I ain't gonna say it was dabbing, but I did see a Millie Rock. I ain't gonna front, dog. I did see a Millie Rock. It was in the club scene. But no, I'm joking. But at the end of the day, like, not everything is gonna be absolutely accurate. Ain't gonna be perfect, but I felt like it was as good as it could possibly be.
All right, well, Rams, you read the reviews and everything, and then you kind of got both point of views. We got a real viewer, and then we got the review viewers. Like how they been taking on, like how we making movies nowadays.
I don't know how exactly everything was done in terms of the film quality and the cinematography, but I know that the reviews on IMDb were about like 6.3, and I know the overall grossing was profitable. But in terms of the actual opinions on the movie, I think that people who appears to Tupac saw it as a disgrace, and it's just one of those things that an older generation versus a new generation, they're gonna have different opinions because a new generation they haven't seen what Tupac is like. So the only good side I see about it is that maybe they'll go back and look at YouTube clips of what Pac was really like. So I mean that's my overall opinion on it.
So do you think like us watching the movie like it's more informational, entertainment, or just like they just try to take a whole cinematic twist on someone's life?
I think it was a good overview of his entire life. You know what I'm saying? From when how he started writing poetry to what he was going through with his mother, why he moved around so much, the circumstances behind him getting signed to death row, the circumstances behind him beefing with Biggie. It was a good overview without being very detailed on any particular things. And I think that's what a lot of people are having issues with.
Oh, because they didn't go down that whole
trail.
That
wasn't the details. I mean, if it's not right, it's not accurate. It's not accurate. I mean, you got Jada. She's quoting saying that Pac never read her that poem. She read that poem after Pac died. So that's one of the big things about that movie that's coming back to, bite them in the ass, so to speak.
But was it really a big plot point in the movie? Like whether he, like, it's not like he got the whole, like he blamed somebody else instead of Biggie for, shooting. That's not really that big of a plot point to be like, oh, the whole movie trash because y'all didn't get this one particular part right. That it really didn't have no bearing on the movie at all.
Right.
In my opinion.
I mean, you saw the movie, so what did they focus on? Did they focus on the fact that he was, this big figure, this big activist figure, or did they focus more of his rap lifestyle? Like what aspect of his life did they go over the most? Because there's a lot on Pac. There was the rape charge, there was the murder case. The shooting, and then there was the Snoop murder case that they had divisions during that time. So what overall was they like?
Well, I think they really focused on the fact that he was a young revolutionary in the making, and he had more to offer to the world, but circumstances around him. There's a scene in the movie where Afeni is saying that in Afeni, the lady that plays Afeni, I think she plays Michonne on The Walking Dead, like plays an absolutely incredible role. But that she says they're gonna give you the tools that you use that you need to destroy yourself because you are a young black leader. And he, said, I'm not no leader, but he was showing himself to be a leader, and that's what they did. The movie very accurately portrayed him getting the tools that he needed, bringing women up to his room, that gangster hood lifestyle for him to destroy himself, and that ended up becoming his end. Right. So I think they really, portrayed that well.
Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and switch up to Fat Food. He got the ears to the streets. He went out there and really got the straight inside scoop. People coming fresh from the movie theater with still fresh in their head. We're gonna go ahead and slide to that right quick. We're gonna go ahead and check him out.
Eyes on Me premiere. And I want y'all to know, man, we're gonna not be biased, even though what you might hear the critics say. Just know that we're gonna get the air to the streets. Check it out. Was the movie what the critics say about the Tupac movie or what, man?
I'll say it was a good movie. Like, it was like basically his whole true story and how he lived his life.
Told by him, right? That's why the guy was interviewing, right?
Yep.
So what you give it out of 10?
I don't give it a 10, I give it a 100.
Ooh, I'm gonna say give it 100, man. Thank you, man. Give it that. So out of the movie, what do you rate it out of 10? 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you see the Biggie movie?
Yes,
I didn't see that
You
movie.
didn't see
I
it?
wasn't a Biggie fan.
So because you was a fan, that's messed
Because
up.
I was a Tupac fan.
That's why I was 8 probably too. That's not a bad stuff. But no, I wanted to know, so the critics said it was a very bad movie. It wasn't truthful. Do y'all think it was truthful?
I feel that
All the interview.
I feel that some of the information was at point and some other information.
Yeah. But it's
Like it
Hollywood.
wasn't 100%.
It's Hollywood, right?
They have to make it sensationalized so people come see it.
Well, thank y'all. I just want to know out of 10, what did y'all get a Pac movie?
I give it an 8.5.
8.5? Better than the Biggie movie? Real live, man. So don't let the critics get y'all fooled, man. Go out and check this movie out, man. Thanks, man.
Albums that came out. You know, we got a couple artists here ourselves, but we got the new albums that came out. We got the 2 Chainz album, the Big Boy album, the Vic Mensa album. Anyone else?
Logic. I like the Logic album. That's why I'm listening.
Khaled.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ Khaled album.
I mean, Assad's doing big things out here.
No doubt, no doubt.
You know, you gotta thank Assad. You know, you can't get him off the list. I heard some of the tracks. Rihanna. You got
Bryson Tiller.
You got
Justin
Nas
Bieber on the
and
album.
Justin Bieber going
you
in.
know what I'm
Getting
saying?
Chance the
Nas
Rapper.
and Travis Scott. I mean, you got combinations on that album that, I mean, why are we even talking about any other albums?
All right, so
you know?
now you saying DJ
I know.
Khaled out here trying to be Golden State and
I mean,
stuff, trying to make super
he
teams,
pretty much
you know?
got it. He pretty much got it in the bag. You know, he secured this one.
Hey.
And Assad, you know, executive producing. We got many more years of him to come. So I don't know what other tracks you guys heard this week.
The Big Mensa, like that album,
Oh,
like
I
he
was listening to
still
the Big
comes
Mensa.
in, like his delivery on those. As soon as you turn that on, you know you're like, all right, this is about to be some heat.
Yeah,
Like,
Big
I'm
Mensa
gonna
got
have to
some
take this
tracks.
off my computer and go throw it in the car real quick.
I
Let me
heard-
go
I heard
check
some
my
of the
gas
tracks. I
gauge.
know he got this one track called New Bay, one of his melodic tracks. He got a couple dope tracks on there that I wasn't expecting. I thought it was gonna be all drill. You listen to the first half, it's a bit, you know, rough, and then it starts lightening up towards the middle of the album. So shout out to Vic Mensa on
I have
that.
a question about that. Vic Mensa came out, like, first time I heard about him was when, like, Chance the Rapper and Childish Gambino started blowing up. What do you think, like, took so long for Vic Mensa to kind of, like, really, you know what I'm saying, put out a project and really get in front of the people like he has
Like,
now?
He had to figure out where his lane was, practically. Like at that time period, everyone's coming out with the same type of music. Everyone's like, all right, we got the same producer. They all using the same producer, all coming out the same area, all doing collab tracks. Eventually, somebody gonna get left out. He kind of isolated himself, and he came out with this album hard. Like, shit, I ain't gonna bullshit. I'd pay for the album. I'd walk in there, get a hard coffee.
Okay, cool. I haven't checked it out, but I definitely will.
No, definitely gotta check it out. Something you gotta hear. I think what took Vic so long was the fact that, you know what I'm saying, that he tried to stay unsigned for so long. So signing with Rock Nation kind of just helped him to propel a little bit more with this EP and so on. So we'll probably hear some more stuff from him.
Dope. Yeah. I wonder, does getting signed like stifle your creativity? Because I know, like I said, like Chance, I swear, and like Childish Gambino probably put like 2 or 3 projects out before I know Vic even put out one. So do you think that made him being signed maybe stifled his creativity?
I mean, Chance is arguably signed to Apple Music, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I don't think it stifles your work as much as it does limit your creativity and your actual, you know, say on the project, especially on when it drops.
It's crazy that you said that, and I want to ask like some of the artists later on. You know, being signed to the actual subscription service seems to be like a different thing than being signed to the actual record labels. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see like put their brains in terms of, you know, what they would prefer and, you know, different things like that. You know, because it's, you know, I think that's where it's going. People getting signed straight to Tidal.
Well,
and
it's all
that.
distribution now.
Yeah,
It's all about
yeah.
distribution deals now. So most artists who are smart stay away from the 360 deals because social media is pretty much that's your marketing agency now.
Yeah.
So there are no A&Rs and there are no promotional groups that you go to anymore. I mean, you still can, but that's kind of outdated. I mean, Uzi's doing it without any of that. So
Is Uzi signed?
Uzi has managers. Uzi has DJ Cannon and DJ Drama as managers, but Uzi's technically not signed as well.
Oh,
Oh, he's not.
okay.
Wait, Atlantic.
Under 300, right? Or Wiz? Oh, that's new. That's new information to me too. Taylor Gang.
Hold on. Okay.
See, I haven't checked the validity of that, so I'm not gonna put my stamp on
You got
that.
the outside source.
But rumor has it he's with Taylor Gang now. But,
Okay, dope. That's probably why he's getting a little
that probably
pricey.
happened like last night. I promise.
No, I bet it came out before EXO. Like it
You
can't
know?
happen before EXO, like because EXO
Yeah.
is everywhere.
Man,
EXO is everywhere.
So
he is killing that though. I don't know how, but apparently he doing the right thing.
yeah.
So, I give him credit.
Thing is, he doesn't need to. I mean, this probably spurred off topic, but Uzi doesn't need to sign.
All
Uzi-
right, so
Uzi needs to sign the label.
now we about to go ahead grab a couple of our artists that we got on set today in our audience. We got Truth and we got Ace Pure. We're gonna have them come on up and come out for an interview and everything, and have them talk about like stuff they're doing.
All right.
So, all right, so we got Truth. What's up, Truth? So we got Ace Pure as well. So first of all, we're gonna start out with Truth. So where you from?
I'm from Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio. How long you been out in Orlando?
Like 7 months, 8 months, 7 or 8 months.
So in that 7 to 8 months, like how many projects you been working on? How many features you've done in the area? Like in Orlando, like how quick is it to network with another artist?
To be honest, I ain't really networked with no other artists, for real.
So
not,
you do.
not since I've been here. As soon as I got here, I locked in with my engineer. As soon as I met him, my man Sage, and we been grinding in the studio, perfecting the craft.
Okay.
I ain't really network with too many artists.
We call them good problems. So you still working on your own craft. You ain't out here no drama out here.
Yeah, no
So
doubt,
there's a lot of people trying to drag others down. They know their project may not be all there. And then Ace Pure, where you from?
Yeah, I'm from Jersey. I live like in North and South Jersey, so.
Okay, and then what about you? Like, how long have you been in Orlando?
I've been here for like 2 years now.
Okay, 2 years, and then like working with other artists on your side. Like, has it been easy for you, harder for you, or you just same way as Truth?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, I mean,
Isolation.
yeah, I'm just starting like to do a little more networking though. But like, yeah, for the most part, like I just built me a little team real quick. Just started working on a project from there.
Yeah.
And then we just locked in.
See, I ain't gonna lie, that's one of the best ways to do it though. Like, you really do say a lot of stuff, but when it's time for shows,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where.
most definitely.
But then when you go out there and do stuff like that, that's when you get most of your networking done. You
Right.
take this shit like a 9 to 5
Yeah.
and keep it going. So are there like any projects that you all have out right now, like on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, any videos?
I got a couple videos on YouTube. I did a remix to Buy Back the Block. That's Rick Ross's song. I got a video called Never Change. That's my intro to my album that's coming out in the fall, winter. I'm debating. It's called.
So you going in the fall or winter, you about to just heat it up like that?
Yeah, bro. I'm wintertime, bro. I'm the king of the wintertime.
Okay.
Columbus, bro, it's cold, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that struggle, when you're in that struggle, you know what I'm saying, bro? So it's like the scenery and everything.
You about to have little kids walking down the block with the earbuds in, just feeling it.
Nah, real talk though. That's the life. That's the life.
Exactly.
No, really. But yeah, so I got that. I got those videos. I got the album coming in the fall/winter. I'm not really sure. We just putting out a lot of singles right now. We're putting out a lot of heat.
Okay.
We're putting out a lot of heat, trying to keep the people happy. Same time, trying to build a project.
Yeah.
That's coming around the corner. We're gonna drop a mixtape called Down Bad in July.
Okay.
So that's gonna be good.
All right. I may have to give me a feature on there. I may have to just
Man,
walk in one day while y'all in
get
there.
you a feature, bro.
Okay,
You know you
okay.
can get you a feature.
I see y'all working all the time.
Yeah, you can get you a feature.
What about you, Ace? Any projects that recently dropped that you got
I just dropped my first project entitled Therapy, and that's like a smoother style of my rapping. So that's like a 9-song EP. I've been working on that for like a year. And besides that, I'm gonna just be dropping hot shit for the summer. It's gonna be a whole nother vibe though. Like I'm gonna really be like on some rapping shit, like spitting bars type shit. Okay. But yeah, the Therapy project, that's on SoundCloud right now. I'm gonna get some hard copies out too. So I'm gonna be distributing those. Besides that, yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna throw y'all a quick curveball. Yeah. Who's the 3 hottest rappers out right now at this moment that you would say that
in general or in the city?
That's comparable. Like, say that you got 3 rappers that you got comparing to you.
I don't have 3.
I was about to say I don't be comparing like artists to myself.
All right, well, who got the hottest tracks that you've been listening to lately? Like, if you pick 3 artists that you got to keep on your phone playlist.
Meek, Jay, and Drake.
Meek, Jay, and Drake.
Meek, J. Cole, and Drake.
Okay.
I say I've been listening to Future, Party, and who else would I say I listen to? Me. That's all. Just Future, Party, and me. That's what I've been listening to. So.
Okay. So we got a nice little mix.
Meek is hard.
And then shit. 1 second. My bad. So then we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna slide out the Trill Cut for the weather. He been out there, and we had the rain, we had the sun. Every day in Florida, it'd be random as hell. Yeah. So we got Trill Cut. He out here about to give us the live weather today. Yeah. We just gonna slide over to him.
No doubt. That's a bet.
Report live from Miami. Y'all see this shit? It's kind of windy, kind of blowy, kind of warm. They said it was gonna rain, but y'all see this shit. So my suggestion is, like, nigga, if it rain, you like get a damn raincoat, bro. Like, fuck I'm gonna tell you, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna do it till like this, dog. I got to work straight off the iPhone, because the iPhone in your pocket, nigga, you can get to the weather all the time. So this shit should make it kind of easy for you. But Miami, partly cloudy, 82. Say it's not gonna rain, but you can't believe this shit sometimes, dog. So if you see the clouds in the sky, nigga, like, just go get the goddamn poncho. What the fuck you waiting for, nigga? Like, this shit ain't rocket science, my nigga. Like, the fuck y'all niggas think, bro? Alright, look, I got Orlando, partly cloudy, today, tomorrow, Friday, the sun come back out, so I guess that's the day you trying to do some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that makes some sense. Hey, shout out my city, Bunnell, baby. Hey, what's up, Buck Tussle? Put your bees on, nigga. Hey, it's 76 degrees, today, sun shining, nigga. Hey, go out to the beach, nigga. What's up, nigga? Hey, know what you do? Hey, a shout out all my people out there in New York, cause what I am seeing, it feel good out there today too. The sun kind of shining. Yeah, y'all can do some shit. It ain't cold, so yeah, go out. New York, what's up, baby? BX, you know what I'm saying? Queen Bridge, all that shit. What's up, my nigga?
All right, everybody, thank you for viewing. This is For the Culture. Before we step off, we're just gonna go ahead and say our goodbyes. We got Truth right here. Go ahead with your Instagram.
My Instagram is IamTruthXX. My Twitter is TruthX_. Make sure y'all get that. Make sure y'all follow.
Yo, this is Rems. My Instagram is Rems3000. RZ007 on Snapchat, and also SoundCloud.com/Rems-16. And this is For the Culture.
All right, what about you, Orange? Your social medias?
Just go to my website, orangesmedia.com, for the culture. Let's get it.
All right.
Ace Pure, y'all can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at IamAcePure. And then on the SoundCloud, it's Ace-Pure for the culture.
And I'm Young Havoc, a.k.a. your mom's favorite Negro. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, everything. And once again, this is For the Culture, and that's all we do it.